Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás mi amoricia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we're playing Nancy Drew, Midnight in Salem. I'm actually really hesitant to put this video up. In fact, I'm kind of hesitant to play this game on the channel, only because of how much controversy there is with the game. And when I say controversy, I mean hatred against the company, hatred against the game. Although I have been hearing a couple of positive reviews of the game as well, and a couple of mixed reviews as well. I have to admit, I did watch a little bit of the game on Michael Gray's channel, the Nancy Drew Dude as he is now called. I mean, to the original subscribers and the original fans, he is Argofump to us, but his channel is officially named the Nancy Drew Dude, which is a better channel name, to be honest, in my opinion. I think that was a good move. Anywho, I am actually looking forward to playing this game, whether on the channel or on my free time, and I am familiar that there is no bonus edition for the game. Even though Nancy does have a cell phone, that is a verification. She does have a cell phone in the game. This game is definitely set in Salem, but how the game starts is very surprising. I didn't expect to see where she starts in the game, but it's definitely interesting on how it ties in. I've yet to see how it ties in just because I stopped up to a certain point. I didn't want to know too much about the game before playing it, you know. It definitely looks interesting. I look forward to playing it. And I'm just saying this because I'm so nervous to hit new game. Before we continue on, I do want to mention that Her Interactive bases all of their Nancy Drew games based off the Nancy Drew book series. And the book series actually started in 1930. Hardy Boys, if you're familiar, started in 1927. I did look that up, by the way. I was curious and I couldn't remember when they started publishing books. And here's an interesting tidbit. The book that this game is based off of is called Witch Tree Symbol. So, fortunately, I do have my own copy, and I had planned on reading the book before playing the game. Unfortunately, that was not in the cards, so hopefully by the time this video is up, I will have started reading the book, and I will let you all know by Thursday's video on how well it is, on how well the book is. And I will actually be able to tell you how to get a copy of your own at the end of the video. Right now, I think I've spoken a little bit too much, so before we get on with the game, I do want to mention one thing, but of course, that is going to happen once I hit new game. Here we have two badges to click on, actually, and this is the one thing that I was going to mention. Her Interactive uses 2 levels of experience that you can choose from, Master and Amateur. With Amateur you get, geez, it's hard to remember without the help of the old interface. Actually, you know what? I'm actually not sure considering this is on a different game engine, because Her Interactive used to use their own engine. Midnight in Salem is on Unity, so we'll have to see if there is a hint system, but I do know there's a task list. And hopefully there is someone on Nancy's cell phone that we can call for help. But for Master Sleuth, I don't think there's going to be a task list. I'm not entirely sure. I've yet to check. And I doubt there's going to be anyone on her cell phone that we can call for help. So I am going to stick with Amateur because I'm not entirely smart. So the game is not going to run smoothly like most channels when recording Midnight in Salem. Just because my computer is so old.
Dear Ned, Austria has been wonderful so far. Dad called. He wants me to get an old relic while I'm here, the Book of Apologies, which dates back to the 17th century witch trials in Salem. I'll be going to Mosam Castle to retrieve it before I head back to the States. It's said to be haunted, so I'm expecting some good scares and mysteries.
Yeah, so this is definitely interesting. Where the audio gets too far ahead of the subtitles, which I suppose is a good thing, but hey.
Ever yours, Nancy.
That's the interesting part. She reads the letter but ends it on a separate recording? I don't know how that works.
Feels like ages
I heard
since
that.
I was on my last adventure.
This is on your last adventure. F! Oh my gosh, F off.
So, are you coming in?
That's alright, Miss Drew. I'd prefer to stay out here.
Why? It's so warm and inviting in here.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although, I will tell you, as I told him, the desk is locked.
Did you see that?
And I don't have the key. But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have. From the other side of this door.
I'm sure that was just the recording lighting. And not actually from the game. Because I know for a fact there's no storm happening.
I recommend opening the window for some light. There's no electricity here. Well, in that room at least.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you this, but I didn't want to interrupt any of the dialogue. So this is actually what I think is really cool about the interface, is that you have the option of skipping the cutscene or even just quit to menu without saving the game, which I think is actually a nice idea, a nice concept they added with the software, with the interface. I love that. Okay, so, ooh, click to move. Okay, so before we move forward, I actually do want to check the phone. Ooh. Oh, it is gonna force us to click. Yeah, I suppose we should do the tutorial before.
Ah, much better. What a wonderful view.
Okay. Checklist. Find Book of Apologies. So, who can we call? We can call Carson and we can call Ned. Nice. Who can we text? Right now we can text Ned and we can text Carson. This is interesting. Hey Nance, how's it going? Hey Ned, everything is great. Austria has some wonderful views and the people are so nice. How are you? I'm good, still on vacation. I'm gonna go hang with a few friends tonight. Miss you. Miss you too, Nance. We'll have to catch up more later. The bus is here. Okay, talk to you soon. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a normal conversation. At least not in my opinion. Hello, Nancy. As I mentioned on the phone, my old acquaintance in Salem asked me for a favor, and since you're already in the area, it would be great if you could help. No worries, I love me a good castle. Still, I apologize for interrupting your vacation. Why is she on vacation without her dad? What the heck? I understand. Don't mention it. It's fun, really. Great. Let me know when you've met Dr. Hurst. The book should hopefully be stored somewhere within Mushem. Will do. Talk to you later. Take care, Nance. Alright. Nice. And actually, we can actually take pictures. Nice. And we can hold right mouse button to move. Oh, I never looked up. Oh, are those chains? What the heck? Oh, what the heck? Turn around, turn around. Give me that. Oh wow, the freaking angling of how to use the mouse here. This, she did say it was like part of a prison cell, right?
Oh, great. You know, that room used to be a prison cell.
Oh,
Most
now she said it.
Castle was the site of the most famous and violent witch trials in Austrian history.
Really? I I don't remember Austria being popular with
The Salzburg witch trials predate the Salem witch trials by 17 years, actually. After the incidents in Salem, Judge Sewell willed his personal effects to be preserved by whichever museum would have them.
I guess I never really paid attention to witch trials outside of America. Wow, how self-conscious is that?
And since we are the premier historical reference on witch trials, it ended up here.
Can we... trying to angle this downward.
So, you've seen his Book of Apologies.
Uh-oh.
The book written by Judge Sewell? Oh, no. I've never actually been in that room.
You mind if I ask why? Is there something scarier in here than creaky floors?
Go on, answer that question.
Well, let's just say that ghosts exist in this castle. And if they do exist, they definitely haunt that room.
Baby.
Ghost? Can't say I've ever seen one.
Oh, really?
They are non-corporeal by definition.
I'd say the TV show begs to differ. Jeez, the TV show. Oh my gosh. I'm so behind on watching that show. I actually started catching up on the show just recently, and it's actually starting to get really good. I'm on episode 6 now.
You said Judge Sewell was a pious man.
Yes, he believed in the healing powers of the good book. Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
Depends on who's reading it. It's often misinterpreted. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Sounds like a man full of regret.
Psalm 55:1. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. God have mercy. Interesting. Oh, nice. Oh, and I can rotate. Anything on the back? Because if there's a reason to rotate with any document, it is because at some point later on in the game there will be a reason to rotate it. Oh.
There really isn't much here.
Yes, Judge Sewell was a Puritan. They believed they should only have purposeful or utilitarian possessions, very little value outside their stated use.
Yeesh. What is this book? I've been yearning to click it.
Malleus Maleficarum.
Whoa.
Wow. The Hammer of Witches itself. Gives me chills knowing what it did.
I still don't quite understand what it does.
Yes, indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths.
I have looked it up, by the way. And I'm actually not sure if it's accurate, but I actually came up with two names that the book was written by, and if not written by, it was translated. Heinrich Kramer and Jacob Sprenger. Actually, let's show text. That would be easier for all of us to read. Part 3, second head, question 4. The judge should act as follows in the continuation of the torture. First, he should bear in mind that just as the same in medicine is not applicable to all the members, but there are various and distinct salves for each several member, so not all heretics or those accused of heresy are to be subjected to the same method of questioning, examination, and torture as to the charges laid against them. Wow, this is a long run-on sentence. But various and different means are to be employed according to their various natures and persons. Now a surgeon cuts off rotten limbs, and mangy sheep are isolated from the healthy. Yikes. You had to say it like that? But a prudent judge will not consider it safe to bind himself down to one invariable rule in his method of dealing with a prisoner who is endowed with a witch's power of taciturnity, and whose silence he is unable to overcome. For if the sons of darkness were to become accustomed to one general rule, they would provide means of evading it as a well-known snare set for their destruction. Now I do know for a fact, actually I don't know for a fact, but my assumption is that
some of this stuff looks very old, but it doesn't look like it's very useful.
Can we move forward? Yeah, look at that freaking shadow. Okay. Give me a second, everyone. I'm kind of distracted here. Okay.
Dr. Hurst?
Yes, I'm here.
Austria is wonderful.
I do enjoy it here myself. I'm not from Austria. I was brought here by my work.
Obviously.
The food is quite an experience.
Well, I shouldn't say obviously. Just I don't detect the Austrian accent.
The pancake soup was great.
Pancake soup?
Yes, the Fritatensuppe. The locals consider it traditional.
I'm on board with that. Oh, but my stomach wouldn't handle it. I need gluten-free stuff.
How long have you known my dad?
Oh, Carson and I are not that close.
Aw.
He reached out to me because I'm the historian keeping track of all the relics here. And, as he guessed, we should have the Book of Apologies somewhere.
Ah, so no one's really ever searched for it. Ooh, that would make us the first people to look at the Book of Apologies.
Lucky I was already here on vacation. I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to come. Though I have to admit, visiting a castle is something I've never been able to turn down.
Do you do these kinds of things a lot?
From time to time.
Yeah, the lag between the audio and the subtitles is kind of annoying, but we are gonna have to deal with it. At least until I can figure out a way to make the game run a little smoother.
What else can you tell me about the Book of Apologies?
As I mentioned, it's the book written by Judge Samuel Sewell himself, detailing the names of people accused of witchcraft. Sewell was one of the very few judges who regretted his actions. The book became his way of finding redemption. Sewell himself was originally from England, but acted as a judge in the Salem witch trials.
Is there more?
Do you perhaps know why Carson would need such a book? Just out of curiosity, of course, it's just such a very unusual request.
It's most likely for a case.
He's looking into it as a favor for the current judge in Salem.
Oh boy.
Oh.
If I was Dr. Hurst, I would be like, oh! Oh. Oh.
I'll get back to it.
Take all the time you need.
just look at all of this. I guess... No, there is flashing. Is there some sort of storm going on out there or something? I don't quite understand. Hey! What's under here?
Is this Judge Sewell's desk?
I saw that glitch.
Ah, yes. That desk is where he spent most of his time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
Now, when I was watching Michael Gray's live stream, I think he found a glitch somehow by going under the desk from the shelf on the side.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Freaking hilarious.
Your father didn't tell you? It was a ledger containing all the names of the accused witches from the Salem witch trials.
Whoa.
Judge Sewell had doubts about his convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
Interesting. Oh, why am I not looking? Oh, it's because they're not letting me.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Alright, well, I definitely think the playlist for Midnight in Salem is most likely going to be 40 videos. That's my guess. Because we're basically still in the beginning, and it is basically time to say goodbye. My freaking gosh. But I do want to explore this. Look how pretty that is. That's very nice. But wait, it's different over here. That's interesting. Oh. Hold right mouse button to rotate. Click on item to interact. Aha! And we have a key. I wonder what it means. What about this? What's this? Oh!
I found a letter. It's addressed to Abigail Hathorne Woodley.
Oh!
What does it say?
I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just.
I'm sure that's just part of the letter.
He asks for her forgiveness. And for God's.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not gonna voice my opinion on God and Christianity just because that is a can of worms and I'm not gonna open it. Even though that's basically what this game is. Dear Abigail Hawthorne Woodley, I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. Relentlessly have I cried for his mercy, longing for his light to bathe my conscience clean. Over recent years I have been sent punishments only attributable to godly wrath. 2 of our daughters have perished, my wife's mother as well, and our latest child did not draw breath when born. I must repent, lest my children forever be held in anger and contempt by our Father. Yikes, that sucks, man. To right the wrongs made in zealous blindness, I am writing a book I call the Book of Apologies. To be worthy of his mercy, I am traveling the world to note down all the names of those wrongfully accused of witchcraft. Let this be my final legacy, my only way to right the wrongs I have helped create. My guilt allows me not to ask for your forgiveness, though know that my soul remains forever tortured by the knowledge of what I have done. With regret, Judge Samuel Sewell. You know what? I'm betting that's the ghost that everyone's talking about in this room. The judge. And if it's not him, then most likely the ghost of Judge Samuel Sewell is most likely in Salem. Yikes. Well, let's rotate, see if there's anything on the back. Nope. Alright, well, we pretty much are at the end of the video. A man's baby cakes. We're going to Salem.
What a clever desk. It even comes with a labyrinth.
Oh, this was in the trailer. I think even the trailer gave us a solution. Yeah, the trailer gave us a solution. And it's easy peasy too, once you look at it. Boink. Yeah, boink. Boink. I don't quite understand why Her Interactive decided to give us the answer to this puzzle in their trailer. What the heck, dude?
Easy.
I don't even know why they showed us this puzzle. Because the fact that it's like the first puzzle to do in the game, you would think that Her Interactive would use a puzzle later on in the game, in the trailer, and not the first puzzle. What the heck? Well, there's the book. I'm not going to click on it just because it will move forward the scene. And we need that scene for the next video. Because, oh my gosh, the next scene is a doozy. And definitely a long sequence. Autosave. Why'd I hit E? There we go. Save. Alright. Yeah, see, that was quick. Loading into the game took forever. It nearly crashed the game. Actually, wait, no. Loading to the main menu nearly crashed the game. Sorry. But the people I've observed have said that the main menu sucks as far as like the quality and what Her Interactive could have done, in my opinion. And this is what I've learned from my therapist, because I'm back to seeing a therapist again. It's not what Her Interactive could have done, it's what they would have done with the main menu. It's not what Her Interactive could have done. The person who's seeing the main menu, they think they could have done it better. They think they could do it in a different way that would make it look better, which is probably true, but it is not the Her Interactive way, and they already have made the game, so there's nothing they can do about it. I'm complaining here. Anyway, I got a prop hunt video to watch so I can put it on a playlist. Yeah, I do want to mention, if any of you are Gmod prop hunt fans, there is definitely a channel I think you would really like, especially since he only plays the game, or he doesn't really play the game that often, I should say, but he definitely does Twitch live streams pretty much on a regular basis, if I'm correct, and his channel name is Pause Unpause. He is a great guy, he is a family guy, and I'm not talking about the show, I'm talking about the literal family guy kind of person. He is such a sweet person, seriously. You should definitely check it out. The thing is, he is unorganized. Check his playlists, they're not up to date. So, I think about like 3 or 4 years back, I'm like, this is frustrating. I'm betting a lot of people don't know how to find all of his prop hunt videos. So I literally like looked up playlists of Pause's Gmod videos, and someone did manage to put all of his Gmod videos in a playlist, including prop hunt. And I'm like, okay, click, 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 make it, put it in a list. So if you go onto my channel, look for Pause Unpause's prop hunt playlist. It is the correct playlist, and I even say it in the name, in the title name, correct, because a lot of people aren't sure if it has all of Pause's videos. Mine does. I make sure that I'm up to date with Pause's channel, with his prop hunt videos. Dude, he comes up with some prime stuff. Mwah. I am talking up a channel. I am pretty much promoting him. Okay, by the way, oh my gosh, I did say I was going to talk about the book, The Witch Tree Symbol. I haven't read it yet, as I said at the beginning of the video, but I intend to do so. I gotta stop yelling. Oh my gosh. I keep forgetting that I need to do my normal speaking voice. I'm like talking louder than I should be, which makes sense of why I keep getting sore throats by the end of the video. I am betting the Witch Tree Symbol is going to be set in Salem. If not, I'm going to be pretty surprised and a little shocked. Anyway, if you don't have a copy of the book yourself, and I believe it's from the original series and not the current version of it, of course it could be any version really, it'll just be revised. But the copy I have is, I think, in the 50s? And that's probably close to the first edition publishing. I could be wrong. The best way you can find the book is this website that I found earlier last year. The website is generally called Internet Archives. It is a .org website, and oh my gosh, they have so many different sections. But there's one part most of you will definitely love, and it is called Open Library. The website is openlibrary.org, and it is basically your local library. You can check out 5 books at a time, and each book you get to hold on to for 14 days. That is 2 weeks. And if you want a 6th book, you actually do have to return one of those 5 books and check out that 6th book. What is really cool about this is that it's free. The only catch to it is that you need to create an account. And it's been a while since I've gone to the website, actually, just because I have not been keeping up with one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, which is kind of like a book club for Nancy Drew. We basically play the games and then read the books that the games are based off of. Great group. I love it. I actually will put a link to that Facebook group in case you're interested in checking it out. I think it's called the Nancy Drew Weekly Game Club, if I'm correct. And I will also put a link to the Wish Tree symbol for Open Library. Please check it out. You won't regret it. And I think that's going to be it. I've been talking enough as it is. This video is long enough, especially with what I gotta do behind the scenes. Oi. So, I'm gonna bid you all farewell. Freaking shadows. I actually had to turn the shadows off because it would have made this game super slow. I really like the fire though. And the smoke. Look at the shading of that. That's one thing they did right for this menu. Have the grass clippings like fresh and cut and stuff like that, and have the house fading back with it on fire. I mean, that is just so freaking cool. And there's the lamp. Yeah. Alright, I keep talking. I should be saying goodbye. I love you all so much, my beautiful kittens and viewers. I hope I helped you out at least a little bit. If not, I'm not doing my job. And I will talk to you all in the next video, which hopefully will be part 2. I will bid you all adieu. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That will notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Sundays, and even Wednesdays, which are late videos, and vlogs, which rarely happen. And I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! Ladybug, ladybug in the bright Why is... oh my gosh, Ghost of Thornton Hall is in my head. The Nancy Drew TV show has already given me nightmares. Why am I doing this to myself?